test simulation within the classroom to look at algebra problem using the Smart Airliner on Smart Notebook versus Microsoft Paint. So looking here, I'm going to write S equals N over 2 times A plus H. And this is supposed to be an A. What I'm noticing so far is every once in a while the pen does not get picked up using the Smart Notebook. So if I were to write this fast again while solving it, well, let's close this parenthesis. And what I end up with is I want to solve for H here. So let's solve. That's the pen not picking up, but solve. The pen is not picking up on the O. It's a tough letter to pick up there. And what I'm thinking is because it's a circular motion, maybe the circular motion, that type of motion is tougher for the notebook or software to pick up compared to a straight line. So solve for the F is also tough when going around the turn, this top part of the F, but as I draw the straight line, it picks it back up. Solve for H. So let's solve for H here. Well, the first thing that I want to do here is let's get rid of the 2. What I'm going to do is say, hey, what is happening right here to N, and it's being divided by 2. So the way to undo it is let's multiply both sides by 2. And what I'll end up doing is saying, hey, well, 2s equals N over 2 times A. Again, the airliner is not picking, or the notebook's not picking up this movement to create the A plus H. And I'm going to multiply this side also by 2. Well, let's change pen colors real quick to see what happens. Well, first off, the 2's will cancel each other out. So now I end up with 2s, 2 times s. And I don't even have to put that parenthesis around the s anymore. I can just write it next to it and say, hey, 2s equals N times A, which is in A, plus N times H, which is in H. The reason that happened is because I used the distributive property on both the A and the H. And also I noticed creating this first arrow here was a little bit difficult. I don't know if that was software or maybe me just getting used to the new airliner because I'm holding a wireless airliner in my hand. But now, the next question is, well, what do I do and how do I solve for H? Well, the problem here that most students are making is they are subtracting the N times A from both sides of the equation first. And that's perfectly fine. You can do that. But this is what most students are doing. They are saying, hey, subtract N A. And again, that A is having trouble creating that A. But I end up with 2s minus N A, which equals N times H. And what a lot of kiddos are doing from this point is they're saying to solve for H, since multiplication is taking place, all I have to do is divide both sides by N. And what they're forgetting to do to divide both sides by N. So what they're doing here, saying, all right, I've got N over, and I'm going to draw a line all the way across. I've got N 2s minus N times A over N. And so what ends up happening here is, well, these guys are going to cross out. And what most students are saying is this ends up, or this ends up being 2s over minus n a, again that a I'm having trouble creating, over n equals h. Well, here's where the fallacy is, or where the problem is. Let's backtrack just a little bit. And what they needed to do with this situation or this equation, I'm going to extend the page just a little bit here. Do that. Let's extend this page just a little bit. And what they needed to do is say, hey, I'm dividing both terms by n. So what I end up having is this becomes 2 times s. The 2 was a little bit tough to make here, I think, because then they're minus n a over n over n, which equals h. Well, changing the colors again. We're going to say, hey, these two guys cancel out. Now I end up with 2 s over n minus n equals h. Cool. All right. Well, the other way that you could have solved this is just like so. You could have gone all the way back up here. And instead of subtracting n minus a on both sides, all you would have had to have done is say, hey, let's take 2s equaling n, I'm getting a little bit of light from the thing here, plus n h. And again, I don't know if this is software or for the airliner, but I am getting some light. So n h. And now what I want to do to get rid of, I'm going to ask what's happening, what's the operation taking place within here of both terms. Well, n's multiplying into both variables. So why not just get rid of n all at once? And what I'm going to do is divide by n, divide by n, and now we end up with these both terms going to cancel out. Now all I have to do is say, hey, 2s, having some lag with the 10 over n equals a plus h. Equals a plus h. All I want to do, all I have to do to solve for h at this point is subtract a from both sides. So subtract a, subtract a. Now I end up with 2s over n minus a equals h. Okay, so that's solving the problem, and I've got both answers here, so what do I want to do at the very end? Let's box this dude up. That box, now this guy's box. Well, there's another way to solve this. So let's look at the, I mean, not another way, there's another software I want to use to solve this and see if I have as much lag or any lag with it. That's using Microsoft Paint. I'm going to shrink out of here, and now let's go into working with Microsoft Paint. I'm going to just change some colors here, get my color scheme set up. Now let's look at the same problem as you solved before. So now I have s equals n over 2 times a plus a. And automatically, immediately, you see there's less lag or less delay using the pen with both the shapes that have turns or curves and the straights. So let's see if this continues or if I get any lag with it. So to solve for this, the first thing I want to do is let's multiply both sides by 2. So again, I have s equals n over 2 times a plus h. And the question again is, hey, what's taking place right now, I'm changing colors, so we know what I'm going to do for each step. What's happening right now with n, it's being divided by 2, so let's multiply both sides of the equation by 2. Well, now I end up with 2s equals, well, these guys cancel out if you remember, so equals n times a plus h. And now the next step here is let's use the distributive property. I'll change colors again. And we'll see how this thing works with the term. You can see there's really not much lag here. So since I'm using the distributive property, let's go down and you can see that I have 2s equals a plus an h. Well, from this point, the next question is, well, what do I do from this point? And, well, both terms, there's two different ways that we solve it using Smart Notebook. I'm just going to use one way. I'm going to, since both terms, I'll select the terms or circle here, just so you know. I've got positive in A, where A is being multiplied by N. And I also have positive, I'm going to circle the positive sign, in H. These are two separate terms. And they are not like terms, they're unlike terms, and in H where H is being multiplied by N. However, since both terms are being multiplied by N, I can factor out the N from both terms. And let's use red for this portion. I'm going to say let's divide both sides of the equation and both terms here on the right side of the equation by N. So now I end up with, let's go back to screen a little bit here. So now what I end up with is, well, the first thing that I know is these cancel out. I end up with 2x over n equals a plus h. And now since h is being added, a is being added to h, I know that to undo the addition, all I have to do is subtract a from both sides. That's my answer. So now I have 2s over n minus n equals h. Right? This is my final solution. I wonder if I can set the pin up to where one of the points on it equals it stands for shift. If I can set that up, I can create a straight line from drawing.